Hey, what's up everyone? On the road again. I'm in the Florida Keys and I'm going to make my way to Miami. Right now I'm in Bahia Honda State Park, which is definitely a visit here in the Keys if you like beaches and want to walk on an abandoned railroad bridge. But you'll find out about that when I upload the video for it. I found it was a very interesting state park, and it's definitely worth visiting on your way to Key West if you're into nature. But I'm just gonna set up for a little bit and then we're ready to hit the road. Okay, I think we're ready to get going. Hopefully it won't, considering I'm leaving early in the morning. It's not super early in the morning, but early enough that I think I'll beat a lot of the traffic. Let's wait for these people to pass by before I back up. All right. What's up everyone? Hopefully we stay connected the entire way, the battery holds up and the phone doesn't overheat. That's what I wish for. These speed bumps are gnarly. We gotta really slow down for them. I think this beach here in Bahia Honda was voted the best beach in the United States back in 2012. There's also a coral reef here, which is supposed to be really magnificent. You can go down and snorkel. Yes, Suwannee, we did have a lot of fun. I'll definitely take another trip down to the Florida Keys another time. Oh, Devin, this is where you camped the last time you came through. I think the camping grounds are straight ahead of me on the other side of the park. Someone's going by with a big boat. Yeah, the sign here says Calusa Beach to the behind me, Loggerhead Beach behind me, Marina and boat ramp also, and Sandspur Beach is straight ahead. Florida. Okay. I did not drive over the 7-mile bridge yet. We're just about to. Let's hope this drive is incident free, no traffic, so I can get back to Miami at a good time. Hey Lena, welcome. I enjoyed it a lot. Grubs. Really appreciate it, Jody. Thank you. I don't know if my message got through, but thank you, Jody Grubbs, for the $10 super chat. Seven Mile Bridge, I see it. It's coming up. You don't want to skip any of this because this is the highlight of the drive coming up, the 7 Mile Bridge. Jody, you got it. Thank you. Karen says some cool pit stops along that route. Are you going to get lunch somewhere? Know that there are some historical places. I don't think I'll do that just because I want to get back to Miami for lunch. Then there's a possibility I might get stuck at Key Largo or that bridge connecting Key Largo to the mainland, like I did last time. It was an hour extra drive. But maybe next time. Lorraine says you weren't able to watch my entire trip in Key West. Well, I have tons and tons of videos to work on when I get back. You're going to see a lot of the Key West that I didn't show on the live stream. We got some beautiful clouds up ahead, that's right. So this is the 7 Mile Bridge. We're going to be on this for close to 7 miles now. We've already driven part of it. Keep a lookout for Fred the tree. Lion of Judea is asking me my overall impression of Key West. I think it's a really awesome place to visit. I don't think I'll consider living there though, just because it feels a little bit isolated. There's Fred the tree over to the left. Also Fred Jr. That tree was not planted there. The seeds were planted by a passing bird. That's what they claim. Joanne saying it must be bad with the traffic during the hurricane approaching. I've heard when there's evacuations, both lanes they use for going northbound out of the Florida Keys. I love this part coming up. The 7 Mile Bridge has a little bit of an incline, and then we start going back down. How's this? That ocean breeze smells great. On one side we have the Gulf of Mexico, the other side is the Atlantic Ocean. Down there where I went to before with my scooter on the original 7 Mile Bridge. This sounds distorted. Okay, I'm gonna raise my windows then. I don't want to make you suffer with the windows down. I thought it would be okay, but apparently it wasn't. Jasmine says you feel like I can drive forever. Well, I've done long trips before. I did my trip up to Miami to New York City and then to Boston and then back. How do I look? This is me on the 7 Mile Bridge. Thank you, Sorry Gentlemen, with SAR $3.99. Really appreciate the support. Lena says I look rested and focused. I sure am. I'm ready for this drive. Devin said I should have rented a convertible. Well, I do have a sunroof I could put down, but that's not as fun as when you have another person. Then you can stick your camera out or put your head out the sunroof. I don't like to do it when it's just me alone in the car. That's the parking lot if you want to get onto the original 7 Mile Bridge and go onto the bridge to Pigeon Key. Welcome to Marathon. This is a large group of islands, the city of Marathon in the Florida Keys. I'd like to stay here sometime in Marathon. John, you'll be in Key West next winter. That's the time you'll go. Sounds like a great time to visit Key West. $69.99 for a half a day of fishing. That sounds like a good bargain to me. Sunset cruise, $40. Meanwhile, if you go to Key West, they'll charge you like 100 and whatever for that sunset cruise. So that's a trip if you want to enjoy a lot of the water activities that the Florida Keys has to offer, but you want to get them at better prices. Don't go to Key West. You can come to Marathon. You can go to Isla Morada, or even Key Largo for snorkeling and save a bit of money on the attractions. In some ways, this doesn't really feel like the Florida Keys, seeing it all built up like this, especially when you can't see the water on both sides. Looks like there's more traffic headed south than north. It does. I'm glad I'm not going that way. Getting a little bit of rain right now. What is this? That just appeared out of nowhere. And now it stopped. Go figure. Devin says, now you look like a fool for suggesting a convertible. Oh, Family Glow, there's a Marriott here, Marriott Courtyard. Nice place to stay. I'll have to consider it for next time. Maybe a marathon trip might be worth it. Jen says, love that you're sharing this, AK. You were born in South Florida, moved to West Virginia last year, miss Florida so much. This has been great therapy. I'll have more videos from South Florida coming up, especially from my trip in Key West. There's a lot I still have to post. One issue I have is it's getting close to noon, so the sun's going to be beating right on my phone. I hope it doesn't heat up so much that it overheats like last time I did this. But luckily it overheated right when I got to Key West. There's no telling when this stream will shut down because my phone decides to act up and overheat. So just keep that in mind. I could crank up the AC and lower the temperature. I can do that. Let me lower it down to like 65. I had it on 72. I'm going to be driving cold, but as long as the phone stays on. It's also the reason why I wore long sleeves. Yeah, Jerry, I hate when the phone overheats. There's literally no warning when the phone does that. Whatever you're doing, it just shuts down. It says phone's too hot. I can even point the vent up so it hits the phone. YouTuber, I've been in Key West since Wednesday. I left this morning. Right now we're 103 miles away from Miami. Zoza says, why do iPhones overheat? Your Androids never have. I find that Androids actually overheat more than iPhones do. My Samsung Galaxy S20 even overheated. And so did my Google Pixel. I forget what number it was, 4 or 5. That overheated very easily too. I found that iPhone has one of the better heat managements in phones. But even they will crack under pressure when it's too hot out. Then again, I'm one of the few people who really tax their cell phones heavily. Not many people will be using their phones for like an hour plus at a time, recording a video or doing a live stream. That's really pushing it. Phones aren't really meant for that. They're like just meant to watch videos for short periods of time, make phone calls and text. $4.15 for gasoline at this Chevron. It's a very good price. But I think I'm going to fill up in Homestead on the mainland. I saw gas prices there even lower than $4 a gallon. And I might even have a promotion too, that I can even get gasoline less expensive. There's nobody in that cop car to the left. What's the speed limit here? It's 55 miles per hour. But it changes too throughout here. It goes down to like 35 sometimes it's 45. I think 55 is the highest it goes. Has anyone ever gone to Curry Hammock State Park? Is there anything worth visiting in there? I went to Bahia, Honda specifically because of the railroad bridge and because I saw it was a great beach there. But I haven't really heard too much about Curry Hammock. One thing that's bad about driving in the Florida Keys is there's only one road that goes in and out. There's people in that cop car over there, the state trooper car. And oftentimes it's one lane, so you're kind of at the mercy of the person driving in front of you, how fast you can go. That's right, they have a 35 in the key deer habitat because they're very active at nighttime. During the day, that speed limit is 45. Yeah, John, I think you're right on that. Great snorkeling areas, but the boats have to take you out to where the wrecks are. Maria says that's right, you wouldn't want to live there during a hurricane with only one way out either way. It's scary. I see some people. Up there's the Monroe County Sheriff, and there's nobody inside. You know what I've noticed? The Monroe County Sheriff cars, they have them parked on the side and the medians, but there's nobody inside them. But then when you see the car that says Florida State Trooper, so maybe the Florida State Troopers are the only ones that can give out tickets here for speeding. But it's actually pretty smart of them to leave the cop cars on the median and parked off to the side as a reminder to drivers to slow down. them can do it. Yeah, so I guess you just can't assume that there's going to be nobody inside the Monroe County car. I always found state troopers that have those weird hats. They kind of look like cowboy hats. Bart says the sheriff, troopers, Florida Fish and Game can all give traffic tickets. Oh, wow. So you better be behaving around them. Here's a Monroe County car, police car coming up. I'm going to see over to the left, see if anybody's inside. I couldn't really tell. The car was slanted. Line over to the right. What's this for? Oh, it's like a big fishing area. That's nice. This is a beautiful bridge. Water on both sides. Can you do this on a motorcycle too? I'm sure you can. I've thought about cycling to Key West too, but after driving here for the first time and multiple times for cycling. This is Long Key now. On this key, it's mostly residences. You're interested in cycling the Key West? Any idea of the wind direction? I'm not so sure. I also wouldn't recommend it. You do have a shoulder here, but it's unprotected the entire way with high speed limits. Speed limit is 45. Let's see if the Monroe Sheriff or the Florida State Troopers are around this corner. I don't see them around. Not yet, anyway. By the way, these state parks, there's an admission fee to get in. I went to Fort Zachary Taylor State Park on my scooter, and the admission fee was $2.50. And when I drove to Bahia Honda State Park, but that's because I drove in. If I also brought my scooter in, it would have been $2.50. Yeah, Ali, even for residents, you have to pay for the state parks. And they had a incremental admission too. If you had 2 people in your car, it was $9, and then if you had 3 people in your car, $9.50. 4 people in your car, $10, and then it went up as you had more people in your car. Ali says you would think residents will get an exception, maybe libraries to have passes. Andrew says just hide the people in the trunk. And that's possible too. You could do that. Isla Morada, 12 miles away. Ibrahim asking if I have ever been to Tallahassee. No, I've never been there. I don't think I'll be going there soon since it's in the panhandle of Florida. It'll take a little bit of a while to drive there. If I do decide to go somewhere in Florida, it'll be somewhere a little bit closer. Even a place like Tampa, Fort Myers, or Orlando will be closer than that. Zozo Bob says Isla Morada. That's the Spanish way of pronouncing it, but I've heard people call it Isla Morada too. Isla Mirada, Isla Mirada. It's still better than what I was originally calling it, which is Isla Mirada. I've heard it pronounced Isla Mirada. Now I'm getting my tongue twisted. Zach saying Fort Myers much better than Sarasota and Tampa for the winter. It can get a little cold for Fort Myers, but it's 5 degrees warmer. Okay. Here's a nice looking bridge coming up. Alright, I'm gonna lower the air conditioner a little bit. I'm getting cold. We're slowing up. Look, someone's cycling. Hopes I can go to Walt Disney World. Stayed for 2 days at Walt Disney World. It was very fun. I met up with a local YouTuber, that crazy Disney lady, and we live streamed a lot of our adventure at the park. At all the parks. We went to all 4 Disney theme parks throughout my 2-day stay there. She really needed to all the different parks. But we went to Magic Kingdom, Epcot. Gosh, I forgot the other ones now. It's been such a long time. Yeah, those are the only 2 I remember. Epcot and Magic Kingdom. The other ones I forgot the names of. Here we are, Isla Mirada or Isla Mirada, however you want to pronounce it. Carol, you love the Keys for the natural beauty. Would love to jump in and swim at Bahia, Honda. I was just there. I didn't go into the water though. But it sure looked beautiful. New traffic pattern ahead. I hope that doesn't mean traffic for us. JC says he's looking forward to my recorded videos at Key West. I'm really looking forward to publishing them as well and working on them. Let me get a sip of water now. It's a good time. Lobster tails. Sounds good to me. If any of you missed my live stream from last night, I had a excellent seafood dinner at the White Tarpon on the Harbor Walk. John says a nice Saturday morning drive. I hope it's smooth like this going out of the Florida Keys too. You know what I hope I could salvage is my footage from the jet ski. Because I used my GoPro Hero 8 during the water sports adventure. And when I got into the ocean, somehow when I got to the ocean water park, my battery cover was open. So I'm assuming that somehow the water currents opened the battery cover and salt water got in my camera. And now it's completely unusable. But I also recorded my jet ski footage on the same memory card in that camera. So I hope it's still able to be salvaged. It's also bad because GoPro claims that their cameras are waterproof up to a certain depth, and then you go into the ocean and oops, I don't know how, but the battery door compartment is open. There goes a $200 plus camera. And from now on, I'm not trusting any camera or phone underwater unless it's in a waterproof case. Is usable somehow, but I highly doubt it. I'll probably have to sell it for parts on a website like eBay or something. John says the memory card should be good. I hope so. There's a chance that like salt water got on the contacts or this somehow got ruined, but I hope it's okay. I'm crossing my fingers. Actually, three things of mine got messed up in Key West. So it was my GoPro camera that stopped working. Also my DJI Pocket 2, for some reason, like the mechanical gimbal is stuck now. You turn it on and then it's pointing towards the sky. It doesn't move anymore. So that I'm gonna have to get checked out. And one of my USB cables, the end of it completely came off. I had to throw that cable out. But that's very minor. USB cables are a dime a dozen. Something like a camera, those are hundreds of dollars items. But luckily I have warranty coverage on that camera. The GoPro I don't. I've had that camera probably for like 3 years. And I don't even remember the last time I used my GoPro camera. I've just had so many problems with GoPros over the years, and my latest incident just reminded me why GoPro is not a good camera. Especially when they claim it's waterproof and you go into the ocean and it's not. But it's fine because the holidays are almost here, and usually GoPro and DJI, all these other electronics companies, they have new product releases around that time. So hopefully there's a newer model out that'll solve all these issues. Not that I'll probably. It would be nice to get a newer GoPro if it's if I didn't really feel there was a reason for me to upgrade from the Hero 8 to the Hero 10, especially since I didn't use GoPro that much to begin with after I got the Pocket 2 and started recording with my phone as well. Here's another bridge with water on both sides. All day fishing, $95. Miss Isla Morada. All day fishing for less than $100. I think I'd like to try fishing someday. It can get pretty technical between the kind of lure you use, to the fishing rods, to even the string that you use, the fishing wire that you use on the fishing rod. And then not only that, you're only allowed to keep certain fish. You can't keep everything you get out of the water. Even like if it's a certain length, you have to throw it back. If it's too small, too big, you can only take so many certain kinds of fish. Oh, John, you get fish off the beach for pompano. Farmers market every Sunday from 10 to 3 at that location. Yes, Zozo, how can I forget the fishing experience at Sunny Isles Pier? This sandal factory, I've seen a bunch of them along the Keys. Sandal factory. All right, what's going on here? Got some traffic. Yeah, there's another boat on a trailer. Look at this boat coming up. That's a big one. Isla Morada Beer Company and Distillery. They make their own beer. Yes, Rob, I'd like to check out the Florida Panhandle sometime. Won't be able to do it in the near future, though. We're close to Key Largo, only 15 miles away. Considering I left around 9:15 in the morning or so, and now it's past noon, we're making pretty good time. I also stopped at Bahia Honda. Dallas saying, how am I feeling today? I'm feeling great. Got a great night's sleep, and I know I did a lot yesterday, as much as I could handle in that day. once we get to Key Largo, that's the last island that we have in the Florida Keys before hitting the mainland. But even still, Key Largo is such a large island. Tim asking if Bahia was crowded, was there camping? The beach had a group of people on it. Look at this. Honk if you love animals. I do. I love animals. Oh, now that I saw what the sign said in the back, it said it was for animal cruelty. They don't want the animals to perform in the shows. So it was a protest. Hong Mouse says you got to hear me honk. Yeah, you did. I was going too quickly to read the entire thing. Hog Heaven Oceanfront Dining Sports Bar. Yes, Bill, there is plenty of traffic going south, like endless amount of cars going south. It's like a steady stream of cars. I'm glad I left at the time I did. I was actually thinking of staying another day, but after seeing all this traffic come down, I think I made the right choice. And that's also good to know when I come down here the next time. I have to really factor in time to get down here if there's this much traffic. Bill says I picked a good day to go to Key West. I sure did. It's hard for these drivers to make a left turn here with this steady amount of traffic. I really feel for them. So it says it looks like a boat parade going south. Hey, it's a great way to enjoy life. You bring your boat down here to the Florida Keys and you take it out into the water. There's another boat coming through. Dutchman says the phone, it feels like it's getting hot. Let me touch it. I mean, it's warm, but it's not really that hot. I think we'll be okay. Walking UK says, what's the speed limit on the road? It's 45 miles per hour, but to be honest, you're pretty much limited to how fast the car in front of you is driving. And usually that's much lower than the speed limit. It's only a single lane, so there's only so much you can do. There are passing zones, but it doesn't make sense to pass when you have all these cars on the left-hand side going south. So many boats. Look at that one. That one's huge. I also sure hope nobody's car breaks down or runs out of gas on a single lane too. Then you're stuck. I wonder if there's a boating event going on. Maybe that's why people are bringing so many boats down there, or down here, or maybe that's just the thing to do here. There's an awfully large amount of people going to the Florida Keys. A lot of people. These people, if they're going all the way to Key West, it may even take them like 3 hours from here to get there. Probably longer, now that I think about it. Welcome to Tavernier. Jerry's saying there's not enough space in the sea for all those boats. I don't know. Yes, GX72, I'm aware that they are closing off Duval Street today for the Ernest Hemingway. Oh, George, you want me to take the Card Sound route rather than US 1? It takes longer, though. I don't think I want to put myself out of the way to take that route. Maybe next time. Here's traffic. $3.99 for gasoline at Circle K. Great price to me. My phone's a little bit warm, but it's not overly hot. Yeah, Nicholas, $3.99 in Tavernier. But I think I can get it cheaper in Homestead. Especially now that I think about it, I do have a promotion. I don't think that car was doing something legal over there, just cutting across. Kind of strange to be driving like that diagonally. Bart says Card Sound, less traffic, more scenic. I'll see how the traffic is. I mean, if it's really, really bad going to US 1, then maybe I'll take Card Sound Road. resort there, Key Largo Ocean Resort. So is this Tavernier now or Key Largo? I don't know if it's Key Largo. Deborah's saying, be careful, the hungover party crowd might be driving north too. It could be, but I'm limiting my risk by driving in the morning after all the partying is finished. I Damaris, there really aren't any bumps on the road. It's pretty smooth from what I could experience. Speed limit just went down to 45. Yeah, this definitely has to be Key Largo. I see a lot of signs that say Largo business. Here's another 39 gasoline place. Yeah, the sign. Now we're in Key Largo. That was the green sign. So there were businesses back there that called themselves Largo and Key Largo this, and they weren't even in Key Largo. Oh, Nicholas, way back when this road was, before it was built, it wasn't even 2 lanes. More like a lane and a half. Took the life in your hands crossing the 5 miles. Gosh, I can imagine. There were people telling me too that bridge, there was so many head-on collisions too before they constructed the barrier. Yes, Bill, I'm glad that that's the case. It's 2 lanes each way. stop when the lights are flashing, and that's what we're doing right now. There's a sandal factory outlet to my left. This sandal factory is everywhere in the Keys. And I don't know if anyone can make it out, but the top of that Burger King sign needs a replacement. It's damaged. Oh, I'm a few miles south of John Pennicamp Coral Reef Park. I've heard of that park too. That'll definitely be a cool place to check out sometime. Oh, here it is, John Pennicamp Coral Reef State Park, 1 mile. I just saw the sign for it. It can get quite pricey visiting all these state parks, especially if you do like 3-4 of them in a day. That's at least $4.50 each time. Yeah, Jared, usually the left lane's for passing only, but there's only so fast you can go here. there's the state parks in my right. Oh, Walking UK. Some states require the front license plates. Florida is one of those states where it's not required. Off of the top of my head, I think Massachusetts doesn't require a front license plate, and Indiana. I think having the front and rear license plates makes it a lot better, because sometimes you can only see the license plate very quickly, and having it in the front and the back gives you a better opportunity to see it. Oh, MP Soup, regular ways, blue concrete median for 24 miles. Card sound is nature all over. I don't know if Card Sound Road is going to have internet service though. College of the Florida Keys to the left. That car made an abrupt right turn. I think I'd like to try Card Sound Road. Whoa, what's with all these people going down? This is the worst traffic I've seen. And this isn't even from the mainland. This is from the North Key Largo and Ocean Reef. There's a Lamborghini. So I'm going out of my way for this, folks, to Card Sound Road. Supposedly there's a much more scenic crossing to the mainland of Florida. Oh, the traffic cleared up over here. Crocodile Lake Wildlife Refuge. Cross the road, you never know here. I also hope the internet holds up. It's a longer route, but it's more scenic. And there's also a toll for this bridge as well. There's not really too much going on over here in this portion of Key Largo. Just a lot of trees and power poles. GX70, you know this road ends, you're just gonna have to turn around and go back. Yeah, that's if you go all the way to the Ocean Reef. But there is a road leading out of here called Card Sound Road. It goes to the mainland. I thought we'd already be at the bridge by now, but it's longer than I thought. Where is this bridge? I can imagine, Dutchman, if there's a hurricane that comes through here, there's going to be so many branches and leaves and downed trees all over the place. Not to mention the utility poles. Yes, George, I'm aware. I have to make the left turn on Card Sound Road. Doesn't seem like any roads here that lead to the left, though. It's just trees. It actually looks like a nice place to go bike riding, but I'm not too comfortable with the speed limit here for all the cars. But there is enough shade from all the trees. Nice breeze from the ocean too. There's a 55 mile an hour. Reduce speed ahead. All right, let's apply the brakes. Can't go more than 55 here. I don't like to go more than 10 miles. Homestead, Miami to the next left, it says. Okay, I'm going to slow up Monroe County Junction. So this is it. Evacuation route. It's the only way out. Stop sign. Here we go. $1.60 for this bridge. Let's see what the Card Sound Bridge is all about. This is going to be new for me. Nicholas says the Card Sound Bridge is tiny, or used to be laughably tiny. Here there's no median separating the two sides. It's just paint, that's it. And there's trees on either side. and bushes. Might see an alligator, we never know. I don't think that was the cars. A very tiny bridge to me. The road seems narrow a little bit. I don't think the phone's overheating. It's not overheating. It's just that the service here is spotty. It said now it seems to be getting. Bumpy road too. Right, I think the bridge is coming up. I see the road going up on this curve. Sound Bridge. This has to be it. Beautiful view there. Sun Pass account, $1.60. Do not stop. Thank you for visiting the Florida Keys, Monroe County. There was the sign. Rumble strips ahead. This is a tiny road. Tiny road, but it's a beautiful scenery. This is the real Florida. Driving through all the wetlands. Oh, George, I can imagine. They used to have the toll plaza here with actual people. Well, that was an experience, the bridge. Oh, they're gonna pass me now because the speed limit went up. So like, I've had enough of your slow driving. Damara says you wouldn't take that road at night. I wouldn't either. It's no lights here. I'm surprised at the cell phone service over here. I thought it would be a lot worse, but we're hanging on. Oh, that's a good point, MP Soup. The cell phone towers are on this road, not US 1. Makes sense, because this is a local road and US 1's that big highway. Well, there's definitely not a lot of traffic over here, so maybe we avoided a lot of the traffic on US 1 going back by taking this road. Yeah, MP Soup, I think I might have to take you up on that offer when I'm in Tampa sometime. I don't know when I'm going to visit, but I'm going to have to take another trip there. I don't think I'd want to have my car break down over here. Seems like it'll be a if you get stranded. And there's a no shoulder over here. So if your car breaks down, you gotta park it on the grass somehow. There's the big cell phone tower, or right. Is too nerve-wracking for you because the road is narrower. Nice car coming up. Haven't seen an alligator yet. I know they're out there somewhere. what's the deal with these rumble strips? I guess they wake people up when they're sleepy. They don't really seem to have enough of them. Take a look at this group of trees coming up to my left. That's really pretty. They're nice and tall. Alright, I see a road work ahead sign. Let's start slowing up. Wait, are we in Homestead now? I think so. Homestead and downtown. Alright. We're out of the Florida Keys and on the mainland now. And there's Chrome Avenue to the left. That's where you get all the fresh produce. Welcome to Florida City. So Florida City comes first and then it's Homestead. Look at all these cars on US Route 1 going south. You do not want to be driving right now the Florida Keys unless you expect this kind of traffic, because it's pretty bad going down there right now. There are a lot of people bringing their boats. Yeah, George, I don't really understand the plate in front of me either. It's strange. So I'm not going to take Florida's Turnpike north, stay on US Route 1. By the gas station. I have No, George, I've never been to the Coral Castle before. I've heard it's a nice spot to visit, but supposedly there's this one guy who completely crafted the castle by himself. Yeah, walking UK, you think this van in front of us needs a new paint job? Okay, confused driver. Right turn over there. That's right, Hung Mao. They may not be familiar with the area. Before you make a right turn, please. I already saw you slowing up. Damaris asking if it's going to rain later. I think there's a possibility. Alright, so now we're in Homestead. Oh, Miriam, the Pizza Hut is still there, huh? That's where your first job was? Alright. That Shell gas station has a $3.97 for regular. Price. This is the least expensive gasoline I've seen in South Florida in a while, especially in this area. I don't know why this particular area has the least expensive gasoline. Yeah, Seth, sometimes that's true. Gas stations don't make money on the gas, but they make more money from the convenience store attached to the gas station. And owning a gas station is very rough because consumers, they're very sensitive to gas prices, so they have no loyalty when it comes to choosing a gas station. Whichever is more convenient, whichever has the lowest price, they'll go there. It's not like a personalized service like a hair salon, where if you pay $40 for your haircut, even though it may be a more expensive price, you like your stylist, you like the haircuts you get from there, you're gonna keep continuing going there. With gas stations, you're like, if it's $4 here, I'm gonna go here because it's cheaper. So it's a business with slim margins. And we're stuck behind the creepy van again, a Dodge Ram. The gas station I want to fill up at is coming up really soon, the BP. I actually have there's the sign for the Coral Castle. I actually have a app on my phone, the BP Me app. I put in a promo code and I save 40 cents per gallon on my next fill up. So I might as well use it now and save 40 cents a gallon. I was too many the Hemingways are doing the bull run in Key West today. I like to see it when I get back. There's the Coral Castle Museum to my right. It's incredible. All done by one person. All right, here it is. How much is it? Last time I paid $4.15 a gallon. Oh wow, now it's $4 and I get 40 cents off. All right, I'm going here. All right. I'm gonna need to turn my car around because my gas cap is on the other side of the car. Okay. This should be close enough. Just check and we'll fill up the gas. Yeah, that's close enough. All right. I'm at pump number 8. Let me use the app. I also have to turn the engine off. Rewards per gallon, 40 cents. All right. All right. I just opened my gas cap, turn the engine off. I'll see you soon. Okay, I'm back. So my total fill up on the gas was $29.20 for 7.981 gallons of gas at a price of $3.65 a gallon. I think I got a great bargain there, and I got to use my promotion. I wish I can get 40 cents off a gallon every time, but that's not gonna happen. All right. Back. Tamara says, did I bring us snacks? No, I didn't bring any snacks with me, only water. So it took about $29.20, and no, that's how much it costed me. So if you think about it, that's about a 10% discount. So 10% more than that will be about $3. So it takes around $32 to get to the Florida Keys and back from Miami. So that's how much gas costs. Last time I filled up, I think it was around $40, but I didn't have a full tank of gas when I left. This time I truly had a full tank of gas. Wow, Seth, your co-worker's saying he's paying $400 a week to get to work. People's entire paycheck right there. I mean, gas isn't cheap anymore. Actually, I have to also factor in the toll for the Card Sound Bridge, so it's about $29 plus $1.60. So you're talking like almost $32. And then if you think about it, last night I had my Mahi mahi dinner, that was $34 on its own. Plus tip. Just my one meal was more expensive than the cost to drive there and back. That's right, Hung Mao. It was my last night and I did it for the experience. I wanted a seafood dish for my last night. Oh, you saw people taking selfies at the southernmost point at 1 a.m.? I was there this morning before I had breakfast. I took a walk down there around 8 o'clock a.m. There were still people there too, but there was no line. So you can just go there at 8 a.m. and take a picture and don't have to wait in line. JC says my breakfast post this morning looked delicious. Yes, that was from my trip to Key West on Sunday. I had brunch at Lucy's Retired Surfers Bar and Club. That was really good. The Eggs Benedict. This time I just had breakfast at where I stayed at. It was included in my stay, so I didn't have to go out for breakfast. We've got a long way to go until we get to Miami. I think we're like at 260th Street or something, and we have to go all the way to basically First Street. Seth Wolf says he liked bread and breakfast, more personal home-cooked meals. I stayed at a bread and breakfast. I thought the breakfast was really good. I was home-cooked. They had a lot of like pre-packaged breakfast foods, but it was still very good. Yeah, Tamila, we're not in Key West anymore. We made it back to the mainland. But it would be cool if there was just one really, really long bridge to get from Key West to Miami. Street, 224th Street coming up. There's a little bit of traffic, but I don't think it'll be too bad. Once we hit downtown Miami, it gets a little bit more busy. This person in front of me has one brake light that's working, or two. The one on the left-hand side is out. Uh-oh, be good. Your camera fell into the toilet. Oh no. I hope you can save it. I've had that happen before, but it just worked fine. Sonia says, am I going back to where you started off? Yes, going back to downtown Miami. To my right. A public sub does sound good right now. So over here, there's a little bit of traffic building up because this is the entrance to the Florida's Turnpike. I'm going to avoid it and just take US 1. Bit of a wander. Thank you for your super chat, $4.99. Love your Key West videos. Just got back from filming walks in the UK, getting over COVID. Love watching your videos. Thank you so much for that. Really appreciate the super chat, and I'm so happy you enjoyed all the Key West videos. I also wish you a very healthy and speedy recovery. Bay. Let's see how much longer we have until we get to downtown. Oh wow, it says 55 minutes on Google Maps. Wow, we've got another hour of driving. It's mostly just going to be traffic, I think. I'm glad I'm not going south to the Florida Keys, though. That traffic going down south is very bad. Jerry says a nightmare, more like the traffic going south. It's pretty bad. It's better to leave early to get to Key West or to get out of it. I definitely would not want to be on the road going to or from Key West, say at 11 a.m., 12 p.m. That was a pretty bad maneuver by that Toyota that was in front of me. Cut across 2 lanes and then makes another right turn into that driveway. Very abrupt. $3.87 for gas at this Marathon gas station. That's a really good price. I just saw some drivers cut across the other side of the road pretty aggressively. They could have waited a little bit longer. Oh, Owen, the best breakfast you've seen me have was the diner at San Pedro in California. Oh, I remember that breakfast. That was so good. Victoria, you love my pigeon key video. Thank you. Just the excitement of going over the bridge and back and visiting that island. It was a great experience. Are we still in the Cutler Bay area? Thank goodness I had a large breakfast. I can hold myself until I get back. Looks like Google Maps is going to be right because of all this traffic. It's going to take a while. Wow, this Shell gas station has it at $4.45 a gallon. We're getting very close to Dayland. That's where the metro rail starts. Foreman, I haven't seen any flamingos in the wild, but I did see them in the Butterfly Conservancy at Key West. I saw some other birds, aquatic birds, when I went to the Everglades, but those weren't flamingos. Hey, James and Carla's in the chat. Welcome. I've been on the road for probably close to 4 hours now. When I drove back from Key West the first time, it was about 4.5 hours, and this is kind of gonna look like the same. Oh, they're headed the opposite direction now to Palm Beach with Hudson. Okay. Sounds like fun. You really do need to leave early for Key West in order to beat all the traffic. Thank you. Thank you very much for sharing this beautiful road trip today and sending some help towards your gas tank. Looking forward to more of your Key. Laurie, that's so sweet. Thank you. And I have a lot of Key West videos that I have to work on. I know you're gonna like them. Southwest 104th Street is the next signal. We're almost to double digits. We have a green light in front of us and we're still waiting here. So something must be up. Okay, South Miami. Anya, where am I currently? We're in Dadeland. Getting closer to downtown Miami already. The metro rail's beginning over to my left, by the way. I doubt we'll be able to see too many trains because it is the weekend. They run like every half an hour on the weekends. There's a long traffic light. Julio R says, thanks for the ride. You enjoy it. Thank you for watching. It's a long drive. That's one of the biggest cons to visiting Key West is the long trip over there. Andrew says longer because of street lights, no highway. Well, I could have taken a highway over here, but instead I stayed on US 1, so there's all these street lights. But the Florida Keys themselves, it's just one long road with occasional street lights and a single lane, so you're really at the mercy of the lights and also the traffic in front of you. So I'm coming up really soon to South Miami, Southwest 72nd Street. That's the street I walked with all those. University of Miami. And this is the street I walked on to get to the University of Miami. I walked across here. Oh, it's Anita. Southwest 72nd is the street where I walked with all those great restaurants. It's also that shopping mall, the Sunset Place, the one I got kicked out of. That's where the entrance is. Yep, there comes a metro rail train. Yeah, Damaris, that mall was so weird. It was like there was no life stores. The only place that was really open was that arcade. That was it. So now we're in the Coral Gables. After Coral Gables is Brickell and then downtown Miami. This was a Cuban restaurant, Versailles. It's close to like 36th Ave. It will also take you to the beginning of the Miracle Mile in the Coral Gables. I'm also getting close to the start of Interstate 95, which I think I might take to downtown Miami. The world spins fine. Thank you for the $1.99. Angela says you really appreciate this nice drive. Thank you. It's a long drive. Yeah, Hung Mao, I don't do the 24/7 balcony streams anymore because my phone overheats. Especially during the morning when the sun hits the phone directly. It's also a little bit fidgety with the connection. Sometimes, for whatever random reason, the connection just drops. Interstate 95 is coming up. And the tall high-rises in the distance are visible now. Hey, Damaris Cologne, $4.99. Thanks. Nice trip to. Awesome trip to Key West both ways. Thank you. It won't be a long drive on Interstate 95. Forget where the entrance to 95 is, if it's on the right or the left. guess we'll find out soon. Really, Rob, if someone was biking with all their bikes on the car, on the top of their car, what? I think that's so dangerous. Hopefully. Actually, I think 90. I remember. Yep, it is. I can stay in this lane. Alright, we've just arrived. There's the downtown Miami skyline right in front of us. Downtown, next right. And this bridge coming up will be crossing the Miami River. Hey, Peter Laycock, 50 pounds. Hey, AK Scotland, thank you. Glad I'm almost about to end this stream though. Here we go. Biscayne Boulevard ramp is only 25 miles per hour. Surprised if I go live later tonight in Miami. You might see me go live tonight. You never know. Damar says, "Do you ever get tired?" I do. There's the Metro mover on top of me. Downtown. I think when I get home, I need to unpack all my stuff, and I should do some grocery shopping too. But I do need to get something. This area always confuses drivers. I totally get it. If they're not familiar with this area, they can really get tripped up. It's almost 3 o'clock now. I need a nice meal. All right, everyone, I'm going to end my live stream here. I've made it back safely to downtown Miami. I want to thank all to watch my long live stream driving from the Florida Keys. So I'm gonna get something to eat now, unpack all my stuff, hit that like button, subscribe, and bye.